I was sitting in the dim glow of a Chicago parking garage at 2:13 a.m. when my wife suddenly pulled her phone away from me like it had burned her skin, and I caught the screen lighting up with a message that didn't make sense at all. Password changed successfully. She froze completely. Not a normal pause. Not hesitation. It was the kind of stillness that made the air feel wrong, like something inside her had just shut down. "Why would your password change at this hour?" I asked, keeping my voice low as distant tires echoed through concrete above us. She didn't answer. She just smiled, too quickly, too perfectly. But she couldn't look me in the eye. 8 years of marriage, and suddenly she couldn't meet my gaze over a phone screen. That was the moment something in me shifted, even if I didn't fully understand why yet. What I didn't know then was simple. That notification wasn't just a setting change. It was the first crack in everything I believed was real. And once I saw it, I could never unsee what came next. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel, tell us where you're from, and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. Her name was Lauren. We lived in a quiet Chicago apartment near the Loop, the kind of life that looks stable from the outside. Morning coffee, shared routines, familiar habits built over years. Or so I thought. But after that night in the garage, she changed. Her phone never left her hand. Not even when she showered. Not even when she slept. She used to leave it on counters, forget it in the kitchen, ask me to grab it for her. Now it was always face down, always locked, always close. And the strangest part, she started avoiding my eyes completely whenever it lit up. At first, I told myself I was imagining it. Then I saw the name. Mark from accounting. She laughed a little too hard one night at a message and turned away from me like she was hiding the screen from the air itself. Something inside me tightened. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed certainty. But certainty has a way of finding you when you stop trusting silence. A few days later, her phone buzzed while she was in the shower. It lit up on the kitchen counter, and I saw the message preview clearly. "Miss you already." My chest went cold. Because that wasn't work talk. That wasn't harmless. That was personal. And it came from him. Still, I said nothing that night. I watched her instead. Watched the way she sat closer to her phone than to me. Watched the way she angled the screen even when there was nothing to hide. That's when I started noticing everything. Late meetings that didn't match her calendar. Sudden team dinners that always ended with her coming home just slightly too happy. And the new password. The one she changed after 8 years without telling me. That detail kept echoing in my head like a warning I ignored too late. One night, she left her phone charging in the kitchen while she showered. I didn't touch it at first. I just stood there, staring at the glow of notifications stacking up like they were alive. Then another message came through. "I love the nights we stay late." That was it. No imagination left. No excuses left. Just truth. And it didn't explode. It collapsed. She came out of the shower humming softly like nothing in the world had changed. Like I hadn't just seen the end of us glow on her screen. "You're quiet," she said, drying her hair. "Just tired," I lied. She nodded, but she still didn't look at me. That became her pattern. Avoid. Deflect. Smile when necessary. Lie cleanly enough to pass through the day. And I became something else in return. I stopped reacting. Stopped asking. Started observing. Because betrayal doesn't survive scrutiny for long. It just learns new disguises. A week later, I followed her. Not because I was angry. Because I finally knew I was right. She told me she had a late strategy meeting downtown. I sat in my car across from a hotel in Chicago's River North District for 3 hours, watching the entrance like it might lie to me. Then I saw her. Lauren stepped out laughing. And behind her was Mark. Confident. Relaxed. Smug in the way men get when they think they've already won. She looked at him like I hadn't existed in years. And something in me went completely silent. No rage. No tears. Just decision. That night, I didn't go home to argue. I went home to prepare. Divorce attorney first. Evidence specialist next. Then I began collecting everything she thought I wasn't paying attention to. Messages. Transactions. Timelines. Hotel charges. Patterns. Because love ends in emotion. But truth ends in documentation. When she saw me on my laptop late at night, she asked, "Are you okay?" I smiled slightly. "I'm fine." And for the first time, she finally looked at me for a second too long. Like she felt something shifting. But she didn't know what. And that was her last advantage. After that, I stopped resisting her lies. I agreed with everything. Work late. Go ahead. Don't worry about me. She relaxed. Mistake number 1. Because I already had everything I needed. The filing came without warning. Then the financial freeze. Then the evidence package delivered straight to her workplace. And just like that, the version of her life she built in secret started collapsing in public. Mark didn't last long either. HR doesn't ignore evidence when it's undeniable. He was gone within days. Transferred. Suspended. Erased from the environment he thought he controlled. Lauren called me over, and over the day she got served. I didn't answer once. Because there was nothing left to say. The last time I saw her was at the apartment. She stood in the doorway holding a small suitcase, the same hallway we used to argue in about nothing important. Now it felt like a place that didn't belong to either of us anymore. You really did it, she said quietly. I nodded. She tried to look at me. Failed. Just like always at the end. I didn't think you would go this far, she whispered. I studied her for a long moment. Not the version I loved. Not the version I lost. Just the truth of who she had become. You changed your password after 8 years, I said calmly, and still thought I wouldn't notice what else you were hiding. That hit her harder than shouting ever could, because she had no answer for it. No smile this time. Just silence. Then she left. No drama. No collapse. No final fight. Just the sound of the door closing like a life sealing itself shut. And when it was over, the apartment didn't feel destroyed. It felt clear. Empty in a way that finally made sense. Because I understood something I didn't know before. Some betrayals don't break you. They strip everything unnecessary away. Until all that's left is the person you were always capable of becoming. And I finally met him. The end.